I've come to this beautiful place near my home that is a field of oak trees. And the last time I was here was in the summer with my children. And since then, this beautiful oak tree has fallen, and I'm just really sad to see it here, even though I know it's part of the natural process. And look how, both, like the tree is literally split in two. It had quite a few trunks on it, look, so obviously the centre couldn't support it any longer, the weight. And it's just fallen. It's cracked open, totally cracked open. And the light is getting in, and the insects will obviously get in, and if it's left here to rot, then everything will go back to the earth. And the strange thing was that this morning I woke up with this sense that I had to come here today, and also this thought about trees and whether trees have hearts. And I suppose we'd call the heart of the tree the trunk, the centre of the trunk, this part that's split open. So I'm going to turn my camera around now and talk about whether trees have hearts, and also some of the duality that can happen between the head and the heart, and how trees deal with that. And so this is what I channeled this morning in answer to whether trees have hearts, and also by doing a bit of research on the internet. So trees don't have a physical heart, obviously, like us. They do have a pulse, and this has been proved by science. They have a pulse that moves water, nutrients, sap through their whole body, through their trunk and branches, to reach their roots and to reach the leaves. And scientists have measured this pulse and found that trees expand and contract throughout the day, so throughout this 24-hour cycle that we follow as well. The lesson to take from trees is that they don't, their pulse, if you like, feeds their whole system. They don't have this division that we can have in ourselves between the head and the heart. We actually have three brains. We have the brain that we all know about in our head, our heart is a brain, and our stomach is a brain. And it's important not to stay in our heads, because then we're not processing our emotions. So our heart helps to process and express our emotions. Trees, if they stayed in their heads or their crowns, then they wouldn't be able to feed the rest of their body. So they move between their roots and their crowns constantly, and this keeps them alive. And this is what we need to mirror as well, and to really learn to tap into our hearts and to be in our hearts. If we stay in our heads, then this is when we get headaches. This is when we're cut off from our emotions, and the body will then express the emotions that we aren't expressing through our hearts in other symptoms. So if we're in our heads a lot, will get headaches or will just have other symptoms that are linked with our nervous system or this, these unexpressed emotions. For us to be able to move forward at this time, we have to be more in our hearts. We can't think these times through in a logical way. We have to come into our hearts, into our intuition, into our gut as well, in order to move forward. And in order to do that, it's about taking time out in nature, taking time to breathe before, instead of reacting, to step back and breathe. And then we'll be coming from a more centered, balanced place and from our heart space in dealing with others. So in these times we don't need more division, we need more coming together, and we can start to heal that duality by healing it in ourselves first and mirroring that to others in ourselves. So working from the heart space, healing the duality between the head and the heart. And we can tap into so much wisdom. The trees have so much to teach us. And so I'd like to offer to this tree and to you a wonderful mantra which is called Asato Maa, and it's from the Upanishad, and its words literally mean, lead me from the darkness to the light, lead me from death to immortality, lead me from the illusion to reality. And we can focus on our intentions for what we want to bring into our lives going forward, because we can manifest a wonderful reality for ourselves, a new reality, joyful, free, peace, love, so much better than what we've had before, what we've experienced previously. So I will read you the words and I will post them in the comments as well, so that you can practice these yourself in your own time. Om Asato Maa Sad-Gamaya, Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya, Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam. Om Asato Maa Sad-Gamaya, Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya, Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam. Om Shaantih, Shaantih, Shaantih. Wishing you much peace and love, a peaceful journey ahead, and beauty. Love from me and the fairies and this wonderful oak tree.